Hi guys, today I'm going to do my representing the shirt I'm wearing, top 10 Genesis games. So let's go ahead and get started. Number 10 is kind of an obscure one. It's James Pond 2. James Pond is kind of like a parody of James Bond. It's just a fish instead, but it's a platformer game, and I don't think many people have heard of this title, but it's really fun. I like it a lot. I never played the first James Pond. I've just played this one, and then I kind of moved on to other things. But what I did play, I did beat it, but what I did play, it was really fun. So there you have it. It's a platformer, and you can use your fish kind of extends its neck for some reason, and you can get onto higher grounds that way. And you jump on enemies. It's kind of like a Mario ripoff in a lot of ways, but I thought it was fun. Number 9 is Ren and Stimpy, Stimpy's Invention. This game is really it was a must-buy for me because I'm a huge Ren and Stimpy fan, and I always buy the Ren and Stimpy games, especially when I don't think they really make them anymore, but back in the day they made a lot of them for the Genesis and the Super Nintendo and I don't know if they made any for the NES, but anyway, this one's really fun. It's another platformer. It's really short. I think there's like 5 or 6 levels, and each level has like 3 really small stages. But it's also really hard. But what I like about it is the characters have a lot of different move sets. If you're Ren, you can do a lot of different moves, and then if you're Stimpy, you can do pretty much the same kind of moves, but they do a different animation, so it's kind of cool. Number 8 is Echo the Dolphin. Echo the Dolphin, I don't think really. Whoa, the game's about to fall out. I don't think Echo the Dolphin got that popular back in the day. I'm not sure. I wasn't a huge Genesis person, but I don't think they really. I mean, I liked it a lot. I thought it was kind of like an open world adventure, kind of like Zelda and Metroid, but only in the ocean. So it was kind of like the Genesis version of Zelda, which I liked it a lot. The only thing I didn't like is you had to get air, but that makes sense because you're a dolphin. But it was just a huge open ocean, and you can explore it anywhere. And it was kind of terrifying at times because you were down in the sea. It was so dark, and all these bigger fish are trying to get you. So it's kind of terrifying in a way when you're a little kid. But I thought it was really fun. I actually never completed this game. I'll have to get back on that someday because I had a lot of fun with it as a kid. Number 7 is Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2 was my choice for the Mortal Kombat games back in the day. Of course, because the Genesis had the blood, if you entered that code, and the SNES didn't. Of course, being a young kid, you like to play stuff like that. The fatalities were more violent and everything like that. But I liked all the characters in this game. My favorite character by far to play as was Liu Kang. But I never was a huge Mortal Kombat fan after the Genesis. I did purchase Mortal Kombat Trilogy for the 64 and enjoyed that title very much. But this was probably the most fun I ever had on a Mortal Kombat game. The next one on my list is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was a huge improvement over the first game. There was a lot of different zones in comparison to the first. There was 2 stages per zone, and it was pretty much a repeat of the first one, only with better improvements, and the addition of Tails. And Tails was kind of annoying. He didn't really add anything to the gameplay, but there you have it. They did have a 2-player mode. I take that back. I guess some of the gameplay was a 2-player mode, but in the single-player mode, he didn't really add much, but it was still a fun game. Number 5 is Aladdin. Never was a huge fan of Disney games, but this is an exception. Aladdin was really fun. It was a platformer, and you had a sword, you had apples you could throw, and the platforming was really fun in this game. The music too was really good. I really liked the music, how they used a lot of the classic Aladdin themes, and then plus they had really epic boss music in my opinion. This game can be completed really fast. I've beaten hour and a half or so, but it's really fun. Number 4 is kind of an obscure one. It's Quackshot, another Disney game for the Genesis. I don't have the booklet for this one, unfortunately, but this was actually one of my friend's games that he was really into, and I played it, and I couldn't figure out how to get through it because there was a lot of your first time through, it's a little bit challenging to figure out some of the stuff because the levels, you have to go in the level and you can't finish it all at first. You have to go to a different level to get an item, come back, use the item to get further in that level, and so on and so forth. And I thought that was a really cool idea. It's a shame that they don't really use that in 2D platformers anymore, but the only reason for that probably is because they don't really have any 2D platforms anymore. So, but this game was really fun. Surprisingly fun. Number 3 is the original Sonic. I know I said the second Sonic was an improvement of the first, but I couldn't surpass the original because of nostalgia. This was the first game I ever played on the Genesis, and the rest was history. The Genesis was I think I got the Genesis before the Super Nintendo. I'm not sure. I know the Genesis came out before the Super Nintendo, but I can't remember which one I got first. But I did have both of them, and this was probably the game I played the most of on the Genesis. And I've beaten it so many times. I could, play it forever. The music in this game is amazing. I like the music better than the second one. That's the only thing that the second one didn't improve on was the music. I like the music in this game a lot more. Number 2 is Road Rash. This is another one I unfortunately do not have the book to, but this is a racer, and honestly, I'm not a huge racing fan, but this is an exception. You could use sticks to knock your opponents off their motorcycle, and you could, hit them with your fists, and you could also kick them, which was really, really cool. The music in this game is really, really good too. That was a huge factor for me was the music, and it gets hard as you go. I know it's kind of repetitive because the stages are all the same. There's 5 stages, and they're all the same. They just get the difficulty gets harder, and your opponents get faster. But you can buy new motorcycles, and another big thing about this game is you can actually get caught by the cops if you're going too fast and you happen to crash in front of them. You can get busted. So that was a interesting little tweak they put in there. And then my favorite Genesis game of all time is Jurassic Park. I know this wouldn't be a lot of first choices for a lot of Genesis fans, but I have a lot of nostalgia with Jurassic Park. I used to play it a lot, and I played this days and days on end, and I finally beat it as Dr. Grant, and I still have my passwords written on the booklet to get to each level. And then after that, I didn't want to, be done playing it. I wanted to play it more, so I ended up, you can play as either Dr. Grant or you can play as the Velociraptor. So I ended up playing as the Velociraptor so I could beat it again, and all the levels are different. It's a lot shorter as the Velociraptor, but the levels are different. So I ended up beating it with Dr. Grant and the Velociraptor, and I still go back to this day and play this game. So big factor. I mean, I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan, so this was an immediate purchase for me, and this is by far the best Jurassic Park game ever. So that was my top 10 favorite Genesis games. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know what your favorite Genesis games are. I'd love to hear. And I'll see you next week. Take care.